Memorial Day is a time to honor and remember the brave men and women who gave their lives in military service. For many families, including mine, with military veterans in our family, Memorial Day carries both gratitude and emotion. We celebrated courage, we remembered sacrifice, and we honored service. We also recognize that many veterans and their loved ones on Memorial Day can bring deep reflection. For some, it brought pride. For others, memories, and also both. So today, I'd like to remember veterans, healing, PTSD, and relationships. We do so with deep respect for those who served, those we remember, and for the families who continue every day carrying both love and legacy. In the Holy Bible, it says, John 15:13, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Each day we remember, we honor, and we thank God for the sacrifice and courage of our military families. On Memorial Day and every day, may we remember the fallen, honor those who served, support the veterans among us, and cherish the gift of time with those we love. Today's podcast, I'm discussing the battle after the battle, loving a veteran with PTSD. I'm Shirley Farrar, and this is Encouragement on Fire. Welcome to the space. Today, we're talking about a chronic condition many military families know all too personally, sometimes quietly and sometimes deeply, and often without enough support. That condition is post-traumatic stress disorder, commonly called PTSD. For families with veterans like mine, this topic is personal. We honor the courage of those who served. We recognize sacrifice, commitment, and resilience. But we also acknowledge this truth. Sometimes the war ends overseas, but the battle continues at home. And for spouses, children, siblings, and loved ones, that journey requires compassion, wisdom, patience, and faith. Today, let's talk about what PTSD is, how it affects relationships, ways to support your veterans, and foods and wellness habits that help, and what scripture teaches us about strength, healing, and carrying burdens together. What is PTSD? Post-traumatic stress disorder is a long-term mental and physical stress condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing trauma. For military veterans, trauma may include combat exposure, loss of fellow service members, explosions or injury, moral injury, extended deployments, hypervigilance, and survival stress. PTSD may look like nightmares, flashbacks, trouble sleeping, irritability, emotional numbness, anxiety, isolation, being easily startled, avoiding crowds, and difficulty trusting or relaxing. And often veterans say, I'm home, but part of me still feels deployed. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, about 15 out of 100 veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan experienced PTSD in the past year. Nearly 29 out of 100 have experienced PTSD at some point in life. Veterans overall experience PTSD at higher rates than civilians. That means many families are carrying this journey every day. How PTSD impacts relationships. PTSD can affect relationships in ways that feel confusing. A veteran may deeply love their spouse, but struggle with vulnerability, trust, rest, emotional closeness, communication. A spouse may feel rejected, helpless, frustrated, lonely, afraid to say the wrong thing. And children may not understand why mom and dad withdraw, get overwhelmed, need quiet time, or avoid certain situations. And families sometimes carry pain in silence. But here's the reminder: PTSD is not weakness. PTSD is not lack of faith. PTSD is not failure. It is a wound that deserves care. I have a scripture for you for the veteran families. One passage speaks beautifully here in Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. It says something like, "Two are better than one. If either of them falls, one can help the other up." Veterans have spent years helping, protecting others. Sometimes healing begins when they allow someone to walk beside them. Another scripture is Psalms 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. God understands trauma. God understands grief. God understands sleepless nights. And He hopes that His beloved will sleep well. And you know, God sees veterans and military families with compassion. The best way to help a significant other with PTSD would be to lead with safety. Ask, what helps you feel calm? You might also ask, what feels overwhelming? How can I support you right now? Safety matters emotionally and physically. 2, don't force conversations. Some days, your loved one may talk. Other days, silence feels safer. You might say, "I'm here when you're ready." That communicates love without pressure. Number 3, learn triggers together. Triggers may include fireworks, loud noises, crowds, anniversaries, certain smells, news coverage. Knowing triggers helps prevent unnecessary stress. 4, encourage help without shame, such as therapy, counseling, VA support groups, and medical care are strength, not weakness. Healing often needs faith, family, community, and professional support. All of those can work together. And number 5, celebrate small victories. Maybe today they slept better. They went to church, attended a family dinner, took a walk, or talked openly, and even celebrated their own progress. Healing is often gradual. Please be patient. There are best foods and wellness support. Food won't cure PTSD, but it can support brain and body health. Some healthful choices are leafy greens, salmon and omega-3 rich fish, berries, walnuts, avocado, sweet potatoes, herbal teas, and hydration. Try to limit excess alcohol, too much caffeine, highly processed foods, and high sugar intake. Wellness also includes walking, prayer, sunlight, sleep routines, breathing exercises, trusted community. Sometimes the most healing sentence might be, you don't have to carry this by yourself anymore. As I close today, to every veteran listening, thank you. To every spouse, child, sibling, or loved one supporting a veteran, thank you. The strength of military families often goes unseen, but love matters, presence matters, faith matters. Healing may not happen overnight, but together, with wisdom, support, and God's grace, families, we can move from surviving to healing. In Isaiah 41:10, it says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you." For every veteran in your family, may peace replace panic. May rest replace exhaustion. May grace cover every hard day. And may healing come one day at a time. I'm Shirley Farrar, and this has been Encouragement on Fire. I'll talk to you soon.